Whoa, y'all, I didn't even try to plan that shot at the beginning, but you know, God did. Y'all, I know I haven't been doing these videos like that. I've been locked in, but you know, that's no excuse. At the same time, we'll get back to these videos and we'll pick up on them even more because, you know, as I mentioned, I started doing these videos when I was in a very humble situation, and there was a lot that wasn't clear or unsure in my life. And instead of just crashing out or lashing out, I went within and I healed, and I dealt with a lot of negative energy, and I just remained positive, you know, and just kept leaning into that light at the end of the tunnel. And you know, y'all know, if you've been watching this channel, you know. And following my truth, my understanding of the universe and these masculine and feminine energies and all the beauty that is here already, and helping to remind y'all of what's actually going on and what we're doing. For those that caught on, I'm glad that you've been able to just be a part of this. And there's a number of people I think who caught on early, but I'm not even sure. Maybe YouTube, whatever. Who knows? But I know I have a good message, and I know I have a true message to share with people because I've only put it in practice and it's only worked out for me. And yeah, y'all, I'm seeing profound success, profound success, and it only came from there. And I know it came from there, and everything did. And it's amazing to have my my legacy returned to me, in a sense. I know it's all God. That's what I feel led to say at this point, you know. And you know, I know right now this video is me just kind of talking about my situation, but I've come out to this lake many times, and our pond, and there's multiple times where this pond's full of moss. It looks stagnant and stuff, and right now the water is so clear and so full and beautiful and bluish green. That's how I feel. I felt like this pond has been a reflection of myself in a lot of ways. And it's just amazing, y'all. I'm seriously, the amount of figures that I am making has increased by 6. more than I ain't gonna say much else. But I just want y'all to know that there is a huge light at the end of the tunnel where you have to go through the darkness, and you have to go through those points where it feels like there's no option, there's no way out. Everybody's telling you, no, you did this, you already failed, you aged out a long time ago. It's been 30 years and you have nothing to show for it, and all this extra stuff. People will come at you for so many directions. I have my own twin wishing death upon me. I'm not going to show y'all the messages that have been sent to me, but I've dealt with so much energy, negative energy, and all I've wanted to do is just try to heal people and, you know, help people to realize what's actually going on here. And I've had to do it in a very humble situation, and God put me in a place, in a position to where, you know, certain people are going to treat you a certain way when you're at your low points. And even when you expect them to kind of believe in you and lift you up, some people just choose the route of just kicking you while you're down and making it harder for you when things are already hard, and not truly understanding your situation. But it's okay, because God's made it all right, and the energy will speak for itself. And I have nothing else to say. Honestly, I have stuff to say to y'all, but to the people that have negative things to put towards you and say towards you while you're on your journey, just take note and keep moving. You know, it's never a moment where you need to stop doing what you're doing because somebody else is trying to keep you from it. And I promise you, every time you get closer and closer, those energies, the people that those energies come through, they may not be fully aware that they're being a channel for, you know, like demonic, lower fourth density entities. But I know it every time I see it. And it doesn't have to be through one person. Certain entities work through multiple people. And I know every time, and there's been moments where every time I'm approaching a greatness or an elevation period, these energies come around and try to traumatize and try to throw you off and try to take your time away in any way, shape, or form. Whether it's pretending to be a friend and then taking your time, or whether it's being somebody who's ferocious and calling you out of your name and all this stuff, just to kind of throw off your time still, you know. But God makes it all possible. God makes it all doable, even when it feels like what's on your plate is more than what you can produce or more than you can handle, you know. But as long as you trust God and you know the universe, you know, like you know that this thing is your story, you know, then it doesn't matter what's on your plate. If it's too much, it's too much, and you just have to trust that the universe knows that too. You know, you got to know ball for real. And it's not that deep. It's not that hard to understand. You really just have to be a kind person and not be in your ego, you know. You can't make everything about yourself, because it's not. But I don't have too much else to say. I'm telling y'all, my life is being transformed, y'all. Seriously. At a tremendous scale. Tremendously. I can't even say everything, you know? And even with the demeanor that I have, with everything that's going on, I should be like, oh, yeah, we did it. Oh, my fucking God, we did it. Yeah! You know? I should be all the way. I should be screaming at the top of my lungs. But it's cool, because it's all in here. And I know my ancestors are. Much love to y'all. Peace. Stay in there. Stay strong. Stay rooted. Dig deep. And don't worry about this third shit. Especially when it comes to negativity. Focus on yourself. Focus on the path. Focus on goodness. Focus on righteousness. You know, keep stepping. I'll drop another video for y'all soon.